Be prepared. I like Goldman's thumb drive idea. It's a better idea. So my name is Corey Anderson, and I am going to run for ACE president. I am the secretary of the Association of Computer Engineers. But here's a little bit about who I am personally, because I believe, if someone's going to run for president, might as well know something. This is a picture from when I went on a cruise this past summer. So, again, my name is Corey Anderson. I'm a third-year computer engineering student. I sit right smack in the middle of the spectrum between electrical engineering and computer science. I'm on that general computer engineering track. I'm from Niceville, Florida. It's in the Panhandle. Some of you have probably heard of it. And I ended up residing there because my dad was in the military. I was born in England, moved to North Carolina, Alabama, Texas, Idaho, and we finally found ourselves in Florida where my dad retired. I've enjoyed it ever since. So, my ACE involvement. So you can see here, I'm all swagged out on from the hackathon that we threw way back past December. Last December, wow. I've been here with ACE. I joined in the late founding process, right about when they were ratifying, just adding the last finishing touches on the Constitution. So I came from Florida Engineering Society. It's another small club on campus. They have a Florida presence. And in the Florida Engineering Society, I was sort of introduced to how a club works. And when I came to ACE, I was invited by Brent as a friend. And I saw there was a lot of room for improvement. And I really wanted to get involved with my major. I felt like there wasn't really a computer engineering community, and I really wanted to just get involved and just have some fun with friends. So I found ACE, and ACE found me. So I ended up creating the ACE emails and the Google Drive system, and a lot of that ended up carrying in and helped me get a secretary position. So as secretary, I managed club communication, I managed the Google Drive that I set up, and I also oversee the webmaster, the historian, and the mentorship chair, the newly created mentorship program. I worked with Alex over the summer to sort of set up that mentorship program, and so we could help incoming freshmen. So qualifications. This picture is a signed picture that I got from my internship with Lockheed Martin. It's an F-35, and it's actually flying over the bay that is south of Niceville. So academics, I passed data structures with Dave Small. Thank you. Thank you. I'm very serious about my school and studies. I know I maintain a sort of facetious attitude a lot of times, but that's just because I like to be optimistic, stay happy. I've got a 3.71 GPA before OS with Dave Small. I was actually just working on that project. In my work experience, I've worked with Lockheed Martin, the F-35 Training System Support Center Integration and Test and Evaluation Team. And before that, I ended up working for the Department of Defense in high school for the Air Force Research Laboratory. Some of my values and traits, I absolutely strive to achieve the work-life balance. ACE is what I do for fun. Like before this, I was working on operating systems, working on digital logic. I have a ton of stuff going on, but I make time for ACE because I like this. This is my free time, and I enjoy working with people, talking with people, and just helping people out in general. That's why I'm here. I want to run for president to help you guys out. I'm very organized. I feel like I could contribute to the president position by being organized, especially being prepared, and making sure that I keep track of everything, so we can guide ourselves and stay on top of things. So my platform. I'm going to talk to you guys about sort of what my vision is for ACE. I agree strongly with Stephen said. We've gone through a lot of success, so I want to keep things going. There's also a few areas that I would like to address and improve. And finally, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about how I plan to lead ACE. So, keep it going. This is a picture taken by Con Lee from our Smash Bros. Tournament. And honestly, I know a lot of you guys went. That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was really awesome. There are a lot of events that ACE has done, and ACE has done right. And I want to keep those events going so we can sort of provide a basis. Like this is what ACE does. That provides our members with something consistent that they can expect every year, and we can sort of just build and improve on as we go. But why change a successful business model? Things like HackerU, the academics that we have going on, our registration panel, intern panel, and our interview and resume workshops. Let's keep those going, and let's keep them great, and keep up the good work. But there are also some areas that I want to improve on, and they're not necessarily bad. As president, I really want to have the opportunity to provide more to the general body and more to the UF community. So first of all, academics. I really think there is a lot more room for improvement in academics. I really want to aid freshman retention. That is honestly the biggest area that I want to target because a lot of people come in and they take classes like Circuits 1, Digital Logic, a lot of the gen eds like Physics, Physics 2, and they just destroy you. So I really want to have ACE set up the infrastructure that we can use to help out those freshmen and to aid them in transitioning and adapting to the college environment. I'm very passionate about that. That's why I ended up recommending the mentorship program to the e-board because I really like to help out people and to see freshmen make it through. So anyways, planning. I mentioned that I value organization and being prepared. Since ACE sort of just got off the ground, we were doing a lot of things for the first time. But now that we sort of have a regime, things that we can, a battery of different events, I feel like we could plan very far in advance and make sure that we have just a whole cocktail of all these different events that people can look for in advance, free up their calendars, and we can prepare for and make sure that they're the best possible event that we can throw. Finally, we recently added our fundraising and socials chair. And I feel like there is a lot of untapped potential in those positions. We threw this ACE Smash Bros tournament, and I had a lot of fun. I think you guys had a lot of fun. And I feel like there's a lot more room that we could expand on in those areas. So I would really like to work with the fundraising chair, the socials chair, and make sure that we get more of those events. By the way, good job on that, guys. I really want to see more events like that. And finally, outreach. Goldman did a great job, and honestly, I don't know if we could do a better job, but I want to try. I want to put on more ACE-led events. I also want to collaborate with other organizations, join their outreach events to help the community, but I would really like to see ACE sort of establish their own system of going about outreach. We go out and we get, honestly, we get trumped. Like we go out and we see shows us up. They've got their own little museum with all this stuff. So I really want to be able to contribute to that, to help with that, but also to set up ACE's outreach, something that we can do to help out the community and invite other organizations to. So management. I'll be honest with you guys. Even if you're a master, you should always be a student. So I put up there, always a student, never a master. I'm nowhere near perfect. I'm actually not even doing myself justice there by implying that I'm a master. I'm always learning, and I am always striving to be a better public speaker, a better leader, and I want to emphasize that if I'm president, it's not going to be like a dictatorship. It's not going to be like, me. We're going to be a team. It's not going to just be the e-board. It's not going to just be the chairs. All of us together, we are going to make this organization better, and I want to tie everybody into the decision-making process and make sure that everybody has a chance to contribute and sort of see what they want to see in this organization as much as possible. So, again, with my e-board and our set of chairs, I really want to be able to be a leadership team where we all work together to make this a better organization. And again, I want to be able to obtain feedback from general body members whenever we have events, set up a new email that people can email and provide feedback, say, hey, I really like this, but there wasn't enough pizza, something like that. So I just really want the ability to tie in feedback more to the decision-making process. And finally, I want to encourage chairs to plan and manage events. So right now, we had a few chairs that could go and they could sort of plan their own events. But I want all chairs to be able to do that. I want chairs to be able to say, hey, I want to put on this kind of social, and they just go up to the e-board and say, yo, I got the deets here, this is what I want to do. I want to encourage that in our chairs. And again, I want us to still be a team so we can communicate, but also have the chairs going off and setting up their own things. So finally, you guys might be asking, why do I want to be president? And you notice I didn't put any text up here because this is coming straight from just me. The real reason that I want to be president is because of you guys. Our major kind of sucks sometimes. There's a lot of people, that just, you drown, a lot of hard classes, but what really makes this organization, this major great are the people. Honestly, I love a lot of you guys. And I like a lot of you guys. No, but really, I enjoy helping people. I enjoy working with people. And as president, I may not be the best leader, but I would work my hardest to help out you guys, to help out our major, and to be a team, to make this organization better, and to make the college better. So, thank you guys. Any questions? All right, Brandon?
So I thought of this after Stephen's speech. You mentioned a lot about how you've been busy with classes. What's your schedule looking like in the fall, and how do you think that would affect if you become president?
So I'll go ahead and throw in an anecdote currently. I have a OS project due tomorrow, digital logic lab due tomorrow, circuits exam on Wednesday, and I have impacted disabilities homework due tomorrow as well. I'm gonna stay up. I'm just not gonna sleep. And the reason is because I strive for that work-life balance, and I wanted to be here. I wanted to run for president, and even if I'm busy, I'll make it happen. But next semester, I'll be taking a slightly lighter load. I'll be taking digital design, signals and systems, and let's see, what else am I taking? Let's see, I'm taking design, signals, databases, and engineering economy. So not too hard of a semester, but again, if I ever have tough weeks, I'll make it happen. Or since I emphasize teamwork, I can have some of my teammates help me out. Any other questions? Did I answer your question? Yeah. Cool. All right, Dakota.
What do you intend to do about general body meeting attendance? So it was mentioned that we have a lot of members on Gator Connect, but not as many people show up to meetings. What are you going to do to get more attendance?
That's a good question. So currently, we use certain means to draw more attention to our GBMs. But I feel like there's not really much you can do to increase attendance. We already provide the means of figuring out everything that went on during a GBM. As secretary, that's something I did, is I made sure that all of our members could see exactly what happened, so they didn't really need to come to the GBM. So I guess what we would need to do is to figure out a way to make the GBM shorter, more interesting, and more engaging. So some ideas for that, we could have speakers at our GBMs to increase attendance. If somebody important, maybe a company comes out at each of our GBMs, speaks for 5-10 minutes, a lot more people would be more inclined to come. And finally, I think that honestly, our barriers to joining, we just let everybody just come in and sign up and join. And a lot of these people that join, they don't really contribute. They might sign up and we don't see them again. So I feel like we should start implementing means of making sure that members that actually sign up stay around for a little bit and say, hey, if you're going to sign up but you're not going to come out to any of our meetings, then why are you signed up? But still, be inclusive to all. But we just want to see people who come to be engaged. Did that answer your question?
Yeah.
Any other questions? Pat, what's up?
So since you're running for president, you will be
President?
You will be the face of the organization. Which companies are you interested in outreaching with for ACE to get more face time with, and how are you going to be doing that?
When it comes to company outreach, really, I want to take anything that we can get. And that is, I feel like the most efficient and best way to go about outreaching to companies is through networking. So, we happen to have a lot of super seniors and seniors that are graduating, and I feel like they can go and sort of bring in the bread money. But for real though, I feel like networking is the way to go about doing that. So I would want to talk to friends, talk to people in the club, talk to faculty at the college, and use networking as a means of bringing in companies and sort of working with companies that are sort of tied in with the community. But that doesn't limit us from also outreaching via email, via contacts, or even going to conferences out of state to talk to other companies. But I just feel like networking is definitely the way to go with company acquisition. Any other questions? All right, thank you very much.